Yeah. So at times, do you face this kind of challenge that you are having in a very negative frame of mind, and nothing at all can push you from that depression zone towards the productive zone? Have you ever felt that time and again, right? So all of us, each of us, somehow get this tendency to get into depression. And you know what, I'll tell you, the mind, that is the survivor kind of mind, it it helps us to survive rather than take any risk. So anything you are thinking to get yourself out of the comfort zone, there is a risk, and the brain, it will not allow you to do so. So it does its maximum to push you into your comfort zone. And just give me a minute. So comfort zone, and so at times it takes you into depression. So that comes time and again. And so especially when you are feeling very upbeat after a win, or you have done something great, and that is the moment you will see that you are feeling a bit depressed. Why? Because no, even when you smile, laugh a lot, people also will say that you are laughing so much, you will cry after some time. You know what? They usually describe a tendency that the mind has. And there is a technique to how to do this. And when it happens, you will remember all the negative things that you have done, and you will forget all about your competencies, and you will just simply won't be able to move that mind. Like, say, suppose somebody asks a question at that moment of time, you will not remember a thing, you will not be able to reply, and you will feel very dejected about that also, because the mind takes you into that zone, and it happens repeatedly. And I was wondering why it happens then. And if now the second trick is, uh, somehow take an action. So that is what I was doing, you know. So it becomes a habit and an addiction to take action. So at times what happens, if you will feel restless if you are not taking any action, so that is again another kind of depression. Have you observed that you are not able to mix with people, because that will take you out of the comfort zone, and those people, they might not say something good to you, and you are apprehensive of their opinion, so you just be at home. Do you feel like that? So these are all very common kind of depression, which comes if you are going on a low. And the more low you go, it will come like that only, repeatedly, one after the other. Now how do you get out of that? The one trick that I told you is take an action. So one action that will definitely give you some constructive thing. It will create something which will help you. That is one suggestion. But the most important thing is your mindset. Whatever mindset you have, too much of depression, you tell yourself that you are in depression. right? So when you are doing something very negatively about yourself, to you, just acknowledge that there is a depression, acknowledge that it is negativity. Tell yourself that yes, right now you don't know that. I'll tell you one example. So I have been trying to see. I What I do is I see people complaining a lot when they travel here there. So overall, like that, if you take a walk or go around the streets, the most dominant conversation that will be happening is complaining about something. So people will complain about their own life, they will complain about the market, they will complain about the state of affairs in the country, and they will even complain about where they work, where they live, how the day has been. So they spend so much of time complaining that, and they find a comfort level also in that. And so when the conversation ends, then they strive to find another such conversation, because it is a masala kind of thing. But at the end of it, suppose the conversation will end at some point of time, and they, when they are back home, they will feel an emptiness, because there was nothing constructive happened in that day. Who is to blame? We ourselves. Because when we go negative, when we gossip about negativity, it kinds of attracts, and it seems like a non-stop one goes about it. This becomes a habit, and once it started, like say, this seems to be a good pastime amongst the two friends. So if that is the tendency happening to you at workplace also, at workplace somewhere, so that is why I wanted to stop that pattern from happening, and it should move towards positivity, so that that tiny action that you need to take, you know even if it makes you work addict, but it will still save you from becoming depressed. What do you want to become? Work addict or depressed? Obviously work addict. So if even if you don't like your work, but you choose something which you love, so what do you choose? What do you love doing? Just outline anything, one job, one task that you can do repeatedly, maybe painting or poetry, those kind of creative work that will engage you. So one piece of poem, even if you have written say 4 lines, still if it feels good, then it is worth it, right? So do that. But another thing is to own whatever you are doing. Own that and tell that yes, you are in depression. When I do that, people have been saying that this is not something people want, because they are in depression and they don't know there is a solution. When there is no solution, they are not looking for solution. And in addition to that, if they are getting indulged in this kind of negativity, the mind doesn't get any time to seek for positivity anywhere. So wherever the mind is not there, it will not see, even if the opportunity is there right in front, because the mind is engaged in negative self-talk. So own for a moment that negativity, and in 10 minutes time, if you observe yourself, it will go on if you don't recognize it. So the moment you realize that you are in a very negative frame of mind, just pause for a moment and snap yourself out of that state of mind. Snap yourself out, and then take that tiny action that you have been missing. you have missed in that point. There has to be, like say, I presume that you will be having a list of documents, that list of to-do list which you will execute in a day. So put something also which you like, even if it is not your work in the day. So put that. Once you put that, you will have, even if you have forgotten for the day, you will find it out from the list and take that action. If I have said more than 5 points, 5 tasks to do, obviously I'll forget about the sixth one. Not I won't remember, because the other 5 tasks have taken my entire time. Then whatever you have listed out, one thing is missed out, right? So when these negativity starts creeping inside you, it will creep inside you. It is very creepy. So that time, remember that sixth thing and do something about it. So I had to do content, post content, story, right, every day, or I have to do this kind of training online. So I do this training, but every day, sometimes not in LinkedIn. I forget to come here. I am there in the Facebook Live where my friends are there. So I would request you, because you are watching this, I would request you to please join my VIP Facebook, so that I can be, I can go live there and I can serve you better, if that is so. It doesn't matter if it is LinkedIn also, because in any case I am here appearing for this thing. But I want people in LinkedIn to come there, come to my VIP group and enjoy whatever training, take advantage of the trainings that I do. I'll tell you today about today. So I did this strategic communication. So for some time now, last week, somebody was telling me how to learn English. So English is not the thing that you need to learn. Even if you learn English, what will you convey? If you don't have anything, you can't say, you can't even utilize English. So it is strategic communication. That word has come to me today while speaking to one of my clients. He has been bypassed for promotion, and just because he doesn't talk strategic. So strategic communication is the most important thing which I am teaching, and which is likely to be my topic in leadership growth. So what I'll request you to register in my link and be in my list, so that I can help you to take there into the communication, and I'll help you get this strategic communication right. It is not a big deal, but you miss small thing in everyday's work. That is the only thing that is missing. If you are a big professional and still stuck somewhere, then you need to share your story with somebody who listens and understands with what you are coming up with, right? And that is where I come in. I listen to your story, and you can come into my community. We can figure out a solution for you. We will take advantage of your mindset. Even if it is a depression, we can turn it around into a positivity, and it will be a big achievement for you. So guys, thank you for watching, and if you appreciate it, it will be great. And do please comment below this video, so that I'll know Just liking will not do. Just comment below so that I know that this has been your takeaway and I should give more and serve you more. Thank you so much for watching.